A Chinese calabash lingers over our front entrance, marking our home as safe, protected, and closed. The tapered spout and the hourglass body signify the calabash's purpose, to catch spirits crossing our threshold like flies in silk webs. I have gazed up at this calabash since youth, but have never touched it, never tried. I can only imagine what the lacquered surface feels like beneath my fingertips, and though I am curious, I do not know if I am brave enough. Perhaps the Chinese superstitious artifact is warm with the entrapped memories of ghosts from my family's history, a swirl of images from my father's youth in Vietnam, my mother's childhood in Hong Kong. But perhaps the calabash is cold, empty, locked within the confines of our Calgary home until it grows dull with lack of spirits and haunted memories. I wonder if I can bear the voracious hunger that will consume me if this is true, if when I do touch the calabash, I will feel nothing but hollow. My home has been Calgary since birth. I was raised in a suburban neighborhood where we bought HD TVs and where my mother received porcelain dolls with white skin, blonde hair, and pioneer clothing for her partnership with Avon. Not one carries the darkness of our skin tone, or epicanthic eyelid folds, but they are displayed with pride above our kitchen, watching over the space where my family cooks gailan, lo fan, and chow mein. In our living room lives Chinese gods and goddesses. I think the statues are made of the same material as my mother's Avon dolls, but like the calabash, I have never touched them. What if they shatter when they touch my skin? Will they know that I do not exist to worship them as deities, that even if they speak to me in my dreams, I won't understand their Chinese? As a child, I would hold bright jade amulets in my palms, not because they carry healing properties like my father thinks, but because they were smooth, cold, fun to play with like Easter eggs. I imagined them as precious artifacts from China, objects that made me unique and special, different from my friends at school, as if the jade held special powers I could hope to attain in my future. When I grew into my teens, I forgot about these objects. My vision erased them from my home, and they disappeared from my senses. I removed Chinese luck amulets from my doorway and left them in my parents' closet. I didn't miss them. Now I am 22. I remember traces of these object stories, but they are as elusive as the calabash. I cannot go into Chinese restaurants because I cannot read the menu, so I remain at home in the kitchen while my mother cuts bitter melon. When I stare at the Chinese objects in my home, I can't remember how long they have existed here. I know my father keeps them as symbols of good luck and protection, but I wonder if he puts them up as a reminder for me that Chinese can exist in this home as it does in me. A place in my body where my Chinese tongue is estranged, but I know and accept it as here, ever present since my youth. When I do touch the calabash, I will be ready. I will be ready to accept whether it is full or empty.